our children first and help them to grow. Put our children first and make sure they know Jesus loves them so, wants to be their friend too. Put our children first at church, at home, at school. Put our children first in everything we do. We'll put our children first, 'cause Jesus loves them too.
Good morning, church. I hope you had a wonderful week. Today we're going to be talking about Moses and the Ten Commandments. Have you ever wondered how did the Ten Commandments ever come? Well, here's the story. Moses led the Israelites to Mount Sinai, where they made camp there. There he went up the mountain to talk to God. When he was done, he came back with the set of instructions God gave him. These instructions were to bathe and clean themselves for 3 days, and God will come down the mountain. They were not to touch the mountain or they would die. On the 3rd day, God came down the mountain. Well, the people were too afraid. Imagine thunder, lightning. It was such a big sight, a trumpet blowing. The people were too afraid. So they told Moses he must go up and talk to God. Whatever God said, they would listen. Well, Moses went back up the mountain and he got the 10 Commandments from God, and he brought them back to the people.
Commandment 1. Thou shalt not have any other God before me.
One God, first commandment. The first commandment means we should only have one God, and we should not put any other thing before God.
Commandment number 2. Thou shalt not make any idols before and bow down to them.
Bowing down to idols doesn't certainly mean bowing down. It may mean that when your parents call you to come for prayer and you just say, "Let me finish the show." Well, is that obeying your parents? No. And that is putting TV before God. And that is really, really bad.
Commandment number 3. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain.
Saying, "Oh my gosh, OMG, that is playing with the Lord's name in vain." Please never say that.
Commandment number 4. To remember the Sabbath, to keep it holy.
Playing on the Sabbath, watching TV shows that don't contain God, washing the dishes, cooking, that is all breaking the Sabbath. Imagine, God gave us 6 days to labor and just 1 day to rest.
Commandment number 5. Honor your father and your mother.
Did you know that honoring your father and your mother, God has promised us that if we do those things, He will satisfy us with long life.
Commandment number 6. Thou shalt not murder.
You have to respect life. Why? God gave it to you, and He's the one who can take it away. No one has the right to take away your life or give it to you. God didn't give them the permission. So please, live a good life. Summary for today. We have gone through 6 commandments. Remember, God gave us the 10 commandments. Today we went up to the 6th commandments. Remember, put God first in your life. Do not put anything before God. Do not play with the Lord's name. Rest on the Sabbath. Honor your father and your mother. And God didn't give you the permission to give life or take it away. So do not kill.
Hello, boys and girls. Our mission story today is about a young man who did not grow up in his country of Serbia, but was a child of missionaries and had to go along with his parents to Russia. So he grew up in Russia, and while they were in Russia, they had to move again as missionaries to Cyprus. And even as a little boy of 9 years old, he had the opportunity to share about Christ, and he did so. How did he do it? What this little boy did was he befriended a child of a neighbor, and gradually was allowed to go and play with that little child of the neighbor. They were actually twins, and as the parents allowed him to come and play with the child, while he was there, he took time to tell them about the things that he had learned about the Bible. So his mom would allow him to go there and play with the little ones. When the nanny was walking around with the child, he would be allowed to run around and follow the children. While he was playing with these little twins, there was a day when he came back home after his mommy had allowed him to be at the neighbor's place, and he said he didn't want to eat, and the mom discovered that he had eaten there. And from this conversation about food and the clean foods and the unclean foods that he had taught this mother about, the mother wanted to have Bible studies with him. So in a little way, this mom began having Bible studies with the missionaries because of the work of this little boy. We can be such little boys as well. Thank you.
Your God, who brought you out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of slavery. Commandment 1, no other God but one. Commandment 2, do not make idols for you. Commandment 3, do not use God's name wrongly. Commandment 4, resting is what Sabbath is for. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of slavery. Commandment 5, honor your parents, high five. Commandment 6, do not murder cause it's sick. Commandment 7, adultery forbidden. Commandment 8, do not steal from your maid. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of slavery. Commandment 9, do not lie, it's not fine. Commandment 10, do not covet your friends. That's the 10 commandments.